All right, so we've been working for a few days on adding integers. Today we're going to start with subtracting integers. So the rule that we're going to follow is keep, change, change. So this is an example that we're going to be looking at, -8 minus 5. So following this keep, change, change, first you're going to keep the first integer as it is. So that would be the -8. Next, you're going to change the subtraction sign to an addition sign. Third, you're going to change the second integer to its opposite and then follow the rules for adding integers. So in this example that I started with, -8 minus 5, we keep our first integer as it is. We change our subtraction to addition, and we change our second integer, which in this case is 5, to its opposite, which is -5. So then we have a -8 plus -5. And our addition rules tell us to take the absolute value. So the absolute value of -8 is 8, and the absolute value of -5 is 5. Remember, that's just talking about distance, so it's always positive. So we add 8 plus 5 and we get 13. And when we're doing these absolute values and we have the same sign there, we keep that negative sign because we had negatives, so we keep it, and -8 plus -5, so that's right here, is equal to -13. All right, so here is our first example, -3 minus -2. So we keep our first integer, we change the subtraction to addition, and we take the opposite of its second integer. So -2, the opposite of -2 is +2. So we have -3 plus -2. We find the absolute value of our integers. So -3, absolute value is 3. 2, the absolute value is 2. We need to subtract those. And when we have unlike signs here, so one's a negative integer and one's a positive, when we do our subtraction here, we have 1. And our rule says, use the sign of the integer with the larger absolute value. Well, the larger absolute value was 3, but the integer was negative. So -3 minus -2 is -1. All right, the next example, -4 minus 2. Keep our first integer, change subtraction to addition, and we take the opposite of the second integer, which is -2. -4 plus -2. So we have -4, we're going to become more negative, right? -6. Next one, 1 minus -2. Keep the first integer, change subtraction to addition, and the opposite of -2 is 2. So then we end up with 1 plus 2, 3. -6 minus 1. Keep the first integer as it is, change subtraction to addition, and the opposite of 1 is -1. So -6 plus -1 should be -7. All right, the fifth one, -6 minus -9. Keep our first integer, change subtraction to addition, and the opposite of -9 is 9. So -6 plus 9, and it equals 3. And here's how we've worked it out. Our absolute value, 6 and 9. 9 minus 6 is 3. And our larger absolute value was 9, and it's positive, so that 3 should be positive. That's how we show the work on that. All right, so I have 2 for your turn. The first one, A, 12 minus -7. Remember, keep, change, change. All right, type your answer in there. All right, so hopefully I'm you returned A, you did well. So let's try B. Negative 13 minus 4. And you're following the keep, change. All right, put your answer down. How'd you do on B? Did you do good? All right, awesome. I'm going to work those out. So I have keep, change that to addition, and the opposite of negative 7 is positive 7. So 12 plus 7 is 19. All right, B, negative 13 minus 4. Keep our first integer, change the subtraction to addition, and the opposite of 4 is negative 4. So we have negative 13, we're adding more negatives. So we're going to have negative 17. All right. Have a great day. If you need any help, please come to the meeting or let me know via email or some other method. Bye.